Hey everyone, I'm Matt. Welcome to my garage on this rainy Saturday. We're going to be doing some repairs today. My wife texted me the other day, said she saw this on the ground and the garage door wouldn't close. You know, garage doors weigh quite a bit, and a garage door opener doesn't itself have enough power to lift the whole garage door up. So at the top of the garage door, let me reach up there so you can see, there's a big coily spring and a torsion rod, and at each end of the torsion rod there's a couple pulleys and cables that support the weight of the garage door. The more the door goes down, the more coiled up the spring becomes and the more weight of the door that it holds. So what happened here is the cable connects right here, and this is all rusty and it rusted right off of there. So what I need to do is find another bracket here, and the cable itself I think is okay. So the plan is to reuse this cable if I can. I do have a swaging tool, but I don't have any aluminum thimbles here for the cable. I may pick some more cable up when I head to the hardware store, but I think I can pry it off of this thing right here and probably pop it on over the eye of the new cable. So anyway, that's the plan. Find a new bracket and roller, probably gonna buy one for both sides because they're both kind of rusty. Get some cable in case I can't reuse the old one. Set all this up, retension the torsion spring if I need to, and hopefully the garage door will be functional when I'm done. Well, I've knocked most of the rust off with a wire brush, and then I sprayed some of this navel jelly rust dissolver on there. I think this is like phosphoric acid or something. Anyway, precautions need to be taken with it since it's a highly acidic compound. Then I cleaned it up, and then I sprayed some zinc heavy primer on there. And that should prevent any rust from coming back. While this is drying out, I wanted to talk just a little bit about how this works. Garage doors are heavy. Garage door openers don't have enough power on their own to lift the whole thing up and down. And obviously, they don't need to work nearly as hard when the garage door is up here because most of the weight's suspended in the rails. When it's all the way down, it needs to lift all of the weight. So that torsion spring provides a progressive assist to the garage door opener. So the spring winds up as the garage door goes down, and then it unwinds as the garage door goes up. So it's providing a little tiny bit of assistance up here, or none, and it's providing 100% assistance when the garage door is down. So there's actually a lot of potential energy stored in that torsion bar spring up there. I'm pointing through the garage door up to those components up there. So it's not something that should be taken lightly. I'm not saying don't do this at home. I mean, it's your liberty, you spend it in a way that you see fit. But there's a lot of potential energy in there, so if you do something dumb like with the garage door down, release that cable or something, it could go winging up there like crazy and whip around your arm and cause serious injury or something. So just be aware that there's a lot of potential energy in those garage door springs. Now, the reason I'm working on it with the garage door up is because, well, number one, that's where it got stuck, and because that side is still attached, this side's not. If I tried to lower it, the garage door would kind of get cockeyed in there and something bad would probably happen. So I just decided to leave it where it was. The second reason is most of the potential energy is actually out of that spring with the garage door up. Now there's still a little bit of tension on there, but my plan is to hook the cable up, and since that pulley is obviously already all disconnected, I'll just undo the set screws on it and basically wind it back up on the pulley there, and then reset the set screws with some tension on the cable. And then I don't have to worry about messing with that spring at all. I don't have to get any bars in there or anything and lock it in an unloaded position. So anyway, that's the plan. We're gonna let the paint dry a little bit. I'll be back in a little while to put the new bracket on there. While we are waiting for our primer to dry, I thought I'd show you guys what I pulled off of here. This is the old one, obviously. This is the new one that I drove all the way up to Raymond to buy. It's like a 3-hour round trip drive for me, but it was the only hardware store that actually had one of these in stock. Great hardware store, by the way. Head and shoulders above anything we've got here on the North Oregon coast. The brackets are a different shape, obviously, but this will work just fine. I'll shoot a couple extra screws in it. It's actually of benefit that the holes don't line up, because then I can shoot into some fresh metal and garage door meat. But basically what happened is this thing rusted, and the bracket that held the cable just ripped off of there. You can see on here, we've still got that one in place. I did buy new wheels for it as well, and I bought both left and right brackets. I'll probably do the same thing on the other side of the garage door because that one's looking pretty rough too. So once our primer dries, we'll screw this thing into place, hook the cable on, wind it on the pulley, and we should be ready to go. Alright, I have loosened up these two square head set screws here, and so now this pulley can rotate freely on the shaft. It's important to note that the shaft is still under tension, but because this was already broken, there's no problem here. So basically the end of the cable is going to go in here, and I'm going to just manually tighten this up, put some tension on the cable, and then retighten these two set screws. Okay, I've kind of sighted down the reveal of the bottom of the door to the framing, the weather stripping there. And now even with my A-frame jack off, even with my A-frame jack released, everything looks straight. So I think there's equal tension on both sides of this door. Cables down at this end and that end. And with that, I think we're ready to try out this door. Looks like it's coming down nice and evenly. Well, there's a little problem because it's sitting a little cockeyed, like this side is definitely lifting more than that one. That's okay though. What we'll do is we'll lift the garage door back up and we'll crank up a little on that pulley to lift a little bit more on this side. Actually a little loose. The cable was. All right, let's try again. All right, the garage door is closed. It's sitting square in the frame. The weather strip does have a little hole on this end, so there's a little light shining through there. That's just a damaged weather strip. And if I look at, they painted this before we got here. It looks like the door does line up with the previous paint lines. Yeah, maybe this side could go up a little more. I'm going to crank up just a little more on this side. But you can see it's sitting pretty square in the door frame, and basically everything is repaired here. I'm pretty happy with this fix. I do think I'm going to crank up just like another 1/8 of a turn or something on that pulley, but I'm going to end the video there. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.